Do you think you stumbled upon this video by accident? Think again. Something deeper brought you here, a force that defies explanation but resonates with the core of your being. Perhaps it was a whisper of intuition urging you to click, or maybe it was the universe itself nudging you to take a leap toward something extraordinary. This isn't just another video, it's a turning point, an invitation to transformation. Right now, as you sit here, know that you're precisely where you're meant to be. Doesn't that give you goosebumps? It's as if all the threads of your life have converged at this very moment, preparing you for something great. Before we dive deeper into this journey of wisdom, take a moment to hit that like button, share this video with someone who needs it, and subscribe to the channel. Let's spread this transformative energy together. Now, let's begin. Imagine for a moment you're standing on the edge of a vast forest. You don't know what lies within, treasure or trouble. But something inside you says to step forward. That feeling, that inner pull, is the very essence of what brought you here. Life works like this forest. We're guided not by maps, but by subtle signs and whispers. It's this unseen wisdom, often attributed to Buddhist teachings, that holds the keys to unlocking a life of clarity, abundance, and peace. We can't unsee it, but here's the catch. You must be willing to listen and trust. So many of us live in a haze, drifting through life while ignoring the subtle nudges from the universe. It's like trying to tune into a radio station, but never quite getting the frequency right. The result? Static, confusion, fear, and missed opportunities. But what if I told you that right now you have the power to adjust the dial? What if you could finally hear the melody of your life loud and clear? Let's start with a story. There was once a monk traveling through a remote village when he came across a farmer complaining about his struggles. The farmer had lost his crops, his wealth was dwindling, and his spirit was broken. The monk, calm as ever, handed the farmer a single grain of rice and said, "Plant this with intention, care for it with patience, and watch what happens." The farmer, skeptical but desperate, followed the advice. In time, the grain grew into a bountiful crop, and his fortunes turned around. The moral of the story? Small, intentional actions can lead to monumental change. That grain of rice wasn't just a seed. It was a belief, and belief is where transformation begins. Think about it. What are the seeds you're planting in your life? Are they rooted in fear and doubt, or are they nurtured by hope and clarity? This question isn't rhetorical. It's the very foundation of your reality. Pause for a second and ask yourself, how often do you catch yourself thinking, what if this doesn't work out? Now, flip that question. How often do you think, what if it does? Fear is sneaky. It disguises itself as logic, preservation. But at its core, fear is a liar. Here's a curious thought. If you had no fear at all, what would you pursue right now? Would you start a business, mend a broken relationship, or chase a dream you've shelved for decades? Fear creates limits that don't exist outside your mind, and when you step beyond it, you'll realize that the universe has been waiting for you all along. But wait, don't get too comfortable. This is where most people stop. They taste a little hope, feel a little excitement, and then retreat back to their comfort zones. Not you, though. You're still here, and that means something. It means you're ready to break through. Let's talk about universal signs. Ever notice how certain numbers, symbols, or coincidences seem to repeat in your life? It's like the universe is waving its hand, shouting, "Hey, pay attention." These are not accidents. They're breadcrumbs on the trail to your destiny. One woman shared her story about repeatedly seeing the number 1111 during a difficult phase in her life. At first, she dismissed it as random, but as she began to research its meaning, she discovered that it's often seen as a sign of alignment, a reminder to focus on her intentions and trust the process. That realization changed everything. You don't need to wait for a sign as dramatic as 1111, though. The mere fact that you're here, watching this, is already a sign. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Visualization is another powerful tool that Buddhist wisdom teaches us. Picture your ideal life right now. Go ahead, close your eyes for a moment if you can. What do you see? More importantly, what do you feel? That emotion, whether it's joy, peace, or excitement, is the frequency you need to tune into. Think of it like setting your GPS. You can't get to your destination if you don't know where you're going. But here's the twist. Just visualizing isn't enough. You have to take action. Small, consistent steps are like laying bricks for a foundation. Miss one day, and the wall doesn't crumble. But miss too many, and the structure never gets built. There's a fascinating concept in Buddhism about letting go to receive. It's counterintuitive, isn't it? We're taught to hold tight to our dreams, to work harder, to strive, but sometimes the key is to release the grip. Imagine holding sand in your fist. The tighter you squeeze, the more it slips away. But when you open your hand, it rests gently, securely. This applies to abundance as well. When you cling to money, relationships, or success out of fear, you block the flow of new opportunities. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means trusting the process. And now, let's talk about gratitude. It's a concept so simple, yet so profound, that most people overlook its power. Gratitude isn't just about saying thank you. It's about embodying an energy of appreciation so deeply that it shifts your vibration. Every time you acknowledge a blessing, no matter how small, you're sending a signal to the universe that you're ready for more. Try this. Tonight, before you sleep, list 5 things you're grateful for. It could be as simple as the roof over your head, or as profound as the love of someone close to you. Watch how your mindset shifts in just a few days. So here we are, nearing the end of this journey. But is it really the end? Or is it the beginning of something much greater? You've learned about the power of belief, the magic of visualization, and the wisdom of letting go. But the real transformation happens when you take this knowledge and act on it. What's your next step? Will you keep walking in circles, or will you plant that grain of rice and see what grows? The choice is yours. If this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to the channel for more transformative wisdom. Leave a comment about what inspired you the most. It might just inspire someone else. The universe is speaking to you. Are you ready to listen?